What about West Ham? Fourth in the table after a 2-1 victory over Spurs. Well, let's welcome in, shall we? For the very first time, welcome Nedum Onuoha to the show. We also welcome, certainly not for the first time, Frank Leboeuf is back with us like a bad smell. Let's start, shall we, by reflecting on that win for Spurs. The win for West Ham against Spurs. And Nedum, what's going on with Spurs?
It just seems like they've run out of confidence. I think at the start of the season, they had a certain style, which was to drop back and try and hit teams on the break. But when that doesn't work anymore, what's next? And I think from what we saw today is that ultimately the team, they struggle to break down sides who just say, come and try and take us.
It's an incredible run that they're on, Frank. The fact, 6 defeats in their last 8 matches. And yet again today, in the first half, terrible. And it was just too little too late.
Yeah, and there is not much explanation about why they didn't start the game during the first minute and plays, pretty well the second half. You could have said, they're tired because of the maybe the European campaign and because they too much defended for like 6-7 months, or maybe they're paying the price of too much defending, too much running for maybe nothing against the ball. But it's not the case, because what they showed in the second half is a desire to go forward, a desire to try to equalize, and they did pretty well.
In the first half, as I watched Spurs attack West Ham, you knew exactly what was going to come. Everything was coming down the left-hand side. Whenever Reguilon got on the ball, he was going wide or trying to get to the byline. He was never coming inside. When Mora or Son got it, they were coming inside. They were never trying to go wide. So you knew what was coming, and West Ham coped with it very easily, and in the end, only when Spurs needed a reaction, got it, but it was a little too late.
Nedum, he was asked about Gareth Bale afterwards, saying, I cannot say everything to you, kind of this veil of secrecy that seems to continue with the relationship between these two. Bale did, though, make a difference, didn't he, in the second half?
Yeah, he certainly did. But one thing I'd say is that in the second half, when West Ham had the lead, Spurs have to go forward. The ebb and flow of the game changes. West Ham didn't feel the need to go forward like they were doing in the first half. And seeing someone like Gareth Bale come on there, yes, he's a threat, but they've got a lead to hold on to. And with regards to the whole Bale Mourinho thing, I think seeing those two personalities go head to head, for me personally, I find it quite exciting.
Today, the first time I see Gareth Bale, back to what I know about him. And it's encouraging. And, if Gareth Bale is in a good shape, he has to play. He's going to be very helpful, but he has to go back to his best.
We're not talking about the big story, though, Shaq, surely.
Was that the 2021-2022 European champions, West Ham?
Top 4, Shaq.
Can you imagine? Listen, and credit to West Ham and David Moyes. I can say I was a little critical of not even a little, critical of the appointment, but he has his team playing wonderful football. And they are top 4, not by fluke, not by accident. They fully deserve to be there. They fully deserve the points against Spurs today. Long may it continue. We see this West Ham doesn't have the squad that others do, but in this most unusual of seasons, they're somehow making it work.
Nedum?
I was going to say, Shaka, so obviously you're a West Ham man. And one thing about David Moyes, which he keeps saying, we're winning games. We've not hit our best yet. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if what he speaks of is actually a thing. Do you believe they can get better, or do you think this is them at their absolute peak?
Well, this is as good as I've seen West Ham for a long time. So I guess it's a little maybe naive of me to think that it's going to get a whole lot better. But you look at the differences that the signings in particular have made. Souček and what he's brought to that team, and most recently, Jesse Lingard, having a person who naturally plays in that hole, just in behind the front man. And again, the difference he's made to the team, the difference he's made to Michael Antonio. So another couple of additions, who knows? But right now, I'm enjoying what I'm seeing. I'm enjoying the ride.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.